Every model kit we open tells a story. Sometimes it's a story of factory perfection. Other times it's a story of a plan that went completely off the rails. Welcome back to the Workbench for another episode of the Blast from the Past series. Today we're looking back at the award-winning 1998 edition of the Lindbergh 66 Chevelle Supersport 396 kit. Years ago, this kit was supposed to be the ultimate father-son project. Two identical kits, two builders, side by side. But the siren song of PC gaming and 3D animation claimed another victim in the very early stages of the build. My son walked away from the bench, leaving behind a half-started project. But as any builder knows, we don't let a good kit go to waste. In this episode, we're diving into the history of this fantastic Lindbergh tooling, how to salvage an abandoned project, and the exact steps I used to cut open and support this custom trunk. So let's get into it. The first ever 1/25th scale model kit of the 66 Chevrolet Chevelle or Malibu line was manufactured by AMT in late '65 as an annual kit to coincide with the rollout of the real-world 1996 lineup. Wow, words. While Lindbergh did not explicitly badge the cars of Malibu, on the box art opting instead for the top performance Chevelle Supersport moniker, this 1998 release represents the first time Lindbergh ever manufactured the base plastic components for a 66 Chevelle Malibu body. Now flash forward to the year 2004, if my memory serves correctly. I thought that my son was into model building enough that he may be interested in stepping up from Gundam kits into the model car world. We had gotten into a conversation one day about if he would like to do a father-son build together. He reluctantly agreed, so I went out and bought two of the Lindbergh 66 Chevelle Supersports. He was already knowledgeable enough on how to paint and read a direction sheet, so I let him get started on his build. A week or two had passed and I asked him how his build was coming. He showed me what he had done, and at that point it wasn't much. I offered to sit with him to help him through the beginning steps. He said that he was in the middle of learning how to build spacecraft on the computer and that he would get back to the build later. Well, later never came. I soon realized that model car building wasn't his thing. After several weeks, he gave the kit back to me and told me that he wasn't really interested in finishing it. I said that was okay. It isn't for everyone. Well, those two kits sat on the shelf for a while and I was trying to decide what to do with them. So I decided what any determined dad would do. I finished both of them. As I had already decided on a color for the kit that I was working on, I went with the classic bronze exterior with a two-tone gold and dark brown interior. For the kit that my son had started, I had no idea what color I should apply to it at first. Then one day I looked over at my paint stand and this pink paint just stood out amongst all of the other colors. It was then I decided that the pink paint was going on this car. I also decided to push my scratch building skills to the absolute limit with it. It wasn't too long before I decided to finish these that I had read an article in one of my Scale Auto Enthusiast magazines. Remember those? It was an article on how to make hinges and doors for doors and deck lids. My kit was already painted by this point, and the paint looked so good that I didn't want to mess with it. But the other kit, this one that you're looking at right now, was only wearing primer at the time. So I broke out a new number 11 blade and started cutting. I ran the back side of that blade carefully around the trunk seam lines until I had cut all the way through. I cleaned up the edges with a sanding stick until they were smooth. I did the same with the lid. Now, a lot of you guys have already done this kind of thing. If you're new to this, go slow. Take your time with this. After you cut through the plastic, make sure that you don't remove too much material during the sanding stage, or you'll end up with a huge gap around the lid. Next thing I did was cut small pieces of styrene and glued those on the bottom side of the edge of the trunk on the body. That way there the lid had some support to it. The hinge was made by using a piece of wire that is run through a piece of styrene tubing, and then I bent the wire to form the hinge. Then I put the lid in place and glued the hinge into place, making sure that the lid was centered in the opening. I then fabricated a custom floor and attached that to the chassis, and I painted all the interior of the trunk flat black. That way there, if there was any mistakes, they were covered up. In the end, both these kits came out quite good. As for my son, well, the years have passed, and now he has his degree in 3D animation and filmmaking, and is living in Japan with his new bride. I guess he really was into model making after all, but instead of using styrene, glue, and paint, he uses zeros and ones to create some fantastic models. And here are some that he has created. The first one here is one that he made of a flying race car based off of a 1930s Lagonda Racing Custom and a P-51 Mustang. The second one is his rendition of a Tholian ship that originated in the Star Trek original series 3rd season episode, The Tholian Web, which aired in 1968. And for a special treat, here are a few more of his creations. Now let's take a look at this Malibu up close. As I said, oops, I keep this on there to keep them from vibrating off. I've had them do that. The trunk opens, and you can see the hinges in there, and the floor. Now this doesn't stay open, it'll pop shut. I mean, it stays open about that far, but the wire's got a little bit of play in it, so there you go. The interior was black and a matching color of pink. I know this isn't factory original. I don't care. This is the way I painted it. Here's the engine. Now this hood's supposed to have hinges, but I don't know what happened to those. Excuse me. But there's the Malibu. Now here's my version. These are both all box stock, with the exception of where I opened the trunk on that pink one. This looks identical to the pink car. Of course, it is identical to the pink car. Now I did do some detail work under the hood. I did not do that on the pink car. Now let's see. Here you go. You can see the gold and brown interior. And there is my bronze Chevelle. Both of these cars were shot with craft paints. I don't remember the clear that I applied to them. This was before I started using future floor polish, so I don't remember what clear I used on them, but they're equally shiny. They both look great. And there you are. But I hope you enjoyed my history of this build with you, or these builds with you, I should say. If you did, go ahead and click that thumbs up, hype, and share buttons. If you have any questions or comments, please write those in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to respond to you as soon as possible. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell. Make sure that you're set up to receive notifications of all the videos that I post. Thanks for watching another Blast from the Past video from Scale Auto Guy's Workbench. And I'll see you on the next Blast from the Past. Hey guys, one more thing before you run off. I have a special announcement. I have formed the Scale Auto Guy's Workbench group on Facebook. You're welcome to join. Pop on over, join up, show us what you build. It's open for discussion for everything. There are some rules, but they're easy, simple, and there you go. I'll put a link to the group in the description page or block below the video here. Hope to see you there.